WRTV News at 11 is sponsored by BackToCaring.org. From Indy's streaming news leader, this is WRTV News at 11, streaming now.
I don't think there's a house in our neighborhood undamaged. I think everybody got something.
I'm here for my community. I was raised that when somebody falls down, you reach to pick them up.
You hope you never need the kind of help you have, but it's good to know it's there.
In two different communities, the same story. Friends, neighbors, and strangers picking up shovels, rakes, and chainsaws to clear the debris and clean up the damage left behind by a tornado that traveled more than 24 miles Thursday night. We want to start off with this look from the air at the shopping center near US 27 and Greenville Pike in Winchester. If you were with us last night, you saw the first images of this damage in the dark. By daylight, you can see the roof of that Goodwill peeled back and all the debris that's been scattered across the city. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory joining us now. And Kevin, we learned late this afternoon two major details about this system from the National Weather Service.
So the survey team conferred from the National Weather Service that it was one tornado, and then the strongest portion, the strongest winds were on the east side of Winchester near that Taco Bell. We'll talk about how strong here in a second. It was an EF3. Most of our tornadoes in Indiana are on the low end, winds of 110 miles per hour or less. Not the case last night. Winds peaked anywhere from 155 to 165 miles per hour as the storm hit the Taco Bell on the east side of Winchester. But this was one tornado from Selma through Winchester to Union City, right on the state line, path length of 25 miles. Look at all of these reports last night. There were several supercell thunderstorms, but that tornado in our viewing area, another earlier in the day down along the Ohio River. There were 7 more last night in Ohio. Much different story here. 24 hours later, temperature is 46 in Indy, the wind out of the north at 7. A southwest wind will take our temperatures from the 30s in the morning and put the temperatures in the 60s tomorrow afternoon.
Kevin, thank you. The two small east central Indiana communities hit hardest during Thursday night's storms. Selma in Delaware County and Winchester in Randolph County. They're just 17 miles apart on State Road 32 east of Muncie. In Winchester, 38 people were injured in the storm. 3 people have critical injuries. The mayor says more than 100 homes were damaged and 22 destroyed. Today, we talked to Kelly Hilfiker as her family cleaned up the damage left behind. She says that she jumped into a crawl space when she heard the tornado sirens Thursday night. Her home is salvageable, but her daughter's house right next door is a complete loss.
We called her, she was on the phone, and she actually saw it through her window that used to be right here and ran down the hallway to her bathroom, which is the only room that's not touched in her home, that's not damaged. So she got to safety there. She didn't have enough time to get to the next house next door to us. And we jumped in, and within seconds it went over us.
In Winchester, we saw spray-painted X's and police tape on almost every home, church, or building. That means first responders have checked to make sure no one was trapped inside. The search teams include members of Indiana Task Force 1, a group of specialists and canines that has deployed to major disasters across the country in recent years. They got started at 2 a.m.
because everybody's going through pretty quick and there's a lot of stuff going on initially. Someone may be unconscious and may not even be able to yell for help or signal for help. We come in with our canines and they can scent folks that are in the property or in their house still and not being able to be seen. So we'll go through and free them from the structure however we have to do that.
The task force did not come across anyone that needed rescuing during their secondary searches, and it wasn't just first responders who worked through the day to help Winchester residents. Justin Amix is a landscaper. He traveled up US 27 from Richmond to Winchester and spent the day helping to clear fallen trees and debris.
Several people have come to this house. I was just driving around looking for someplace, saw this, hopped out and started going. Other people kept showing up with chainsaws. It's really great.
The Salvation Army is also on the ground in Winchester. The Emergency Disaster Services Director for Indiana says supporting communities in times like this is a team effort across many local and national organizations. And the Salvation Army's specialty in this case is providing food with its mobile canteen. They were called in to help feed first responders. And later on, the Salvation Army will support families dealing with the storm damage.
We'll come by and serve whoever we can initially with the mobile food or with mass feeding. Sometimes we do some sheltering, and then we circle back around, and as people make donations and we have more to give, then we come back to make sure those dollars get to the people who are still trying to pick up their pieces.
This Salvation Army team heard about what was happening in Winchester when they were returning from southern Indiana. Just a few hours earlier, several tornadoes also touched down near the Kentucky border. Winchester and Selma are both asking the public to stay out for now so crews can do their work. Winchester volunteers are working through the Red Cross. And in Selma, officials are asking for volunteers to show up to door 10 at Selma Elementary School at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to help with the cleanup. They're asking people to bring work gloves, too. Delaware County Emergency Management told us last night half the buildings in the town of Selma were damaged by the same tornado that hit Winchester. No one was seriously hurt. Now, today we spoke with Cameron Sarah as he sorted through what's left of his mother's home. He says that his mom and son were inside when the tornado hit. And similar to what that family in Winchester experienced, the bathroom where they were hiding was the only room untouched. He says he arrived home to find fire crews pulling them out.
It was a giant relief just to see them finally come out of the bathroom. I mean, it felt like a half hour. It was probably 2 minutes. But yeah, just seeing them getting carried out, breathe a sigh of relief. But yeah, it's just, words can't describe it. You just look at it and you don't think it's ever going to happen to you. It feels like a movie.
And like we saw in Winchester, family, friends, and neighbors were all out helping with the cleanup efforts. At least 11 tornadoes were reported across the Midwest Thursday night. One of the hardest hit areas was Logan County, Ohio, outside of Columbus. At least 3 people were killed and dozens others hurt. Local officials say some mobile home parks took a direct hit from the tornadoes. The images you're seeing tonight will prompt many people to make donations to help tornado victims. Our WRTV Investigates team is looking at how to protect yourself. Many scammers will use this disaster as an opportunity to take your money. So be careful of anyone going door to door or soliciting on social media like GoFundMe. Consider it a red flag if the charity is vague about what they will do with the money or if they pressure you to donate now.
Credible organization seeking donations is not going to want it right in the moment. They'll understand if you want to do some research on it first. Whether you give that money today or tomorrow, they're going to need the money. It's a point to for their cause. So those pressure to give right away is also going to be an indicator that you might want to pause.
The BBB recommends that you go to give.org to check out a charity before donating. Police say you should donate to the Community Foundation of Randolph County. We checked them out, and they are a legitimate nonprofit organization. In other news tonight, today marks 5 years since a Hendricks County mom disappeared, and her loved ones are frustrated that they still don't know what happened. 30-year-old Naja Farrell was last seen on the morning of March 15, 2019. She never showed up for work. On March 26, police found her car near 86th and Michigan Road on Indy's northwest side. Then 12 days later, Farrell's foot was found in a pond in Crown Point. It was after this discovery that Avon police said the case turned into a death investigation. Her sister and mother say their family remains close to deal with the uncertainty.
We just stay really close to one another and just try to lean on each other as much as we can. I know some of us are getting a little frustrated and angry with the situation in the case for sure, and we're just trying to make sure we're navigating in a way that is still peaceful yet assertive to get things done, but things are not moving in the way that we would like them to be moving.
Or hope that they would. Yeah.
Farrell's sons are now 17 and 11 years old. They were just 6 and 11 when their mother disappeared. Farrell's sister says they haven't seen any closure about what happened. Next, the scam you might not have seen coming, but one you should know about so you can protect your site. What to watch for before the eclipse. Also ahead, the town may be dealing with devastation after last night's tornado ripped through Selma. But there's a task at hand for a high school sports team there, and they are not letting anything get in the way.
From Indy's streaming news leader, this is WRTV News at 11, streaming now.
Well, Donald Trump will not be getting the support of his former running mate in the 2024 election here. Former Indiana Governor Mike Pence told Fox News he cannot in good conscience endorse Trump. Pence says Trump's agenda is at odds with the conservative agenda. Pence dropped out of the race for the Republican nomination and previously said he would support whoever won. He did not say who he plans to vote for in November. Police have arrested the woman accused of murdering her son at the Louisville, Kentucky home that she lived in nearly 2 years ago. Dewan Anderson is accused of killing her 5-year-old son, Cairo Jordan, whose body was found in a suitcase in southern Indiana. Anderson was arrested in California Thursday. She had been on the run since April of 2022. A troubling benchmark for measles cases in the U.S. The CDC has reported 58 confirmed cases in 17 states. That's as many cases as all of last year. The most recent outbreak happened in Chicago with 12 cases this year. The Indiana Health Department has reported 1 case in Indiana out of Lake County. The rate of measles cases is still well below the recent high of 1,200 cases in 2019. New at 11, an Ivy Tech student now being hailed a hero after helping to save a man's life while waiting at the bus stop to go to class. The president of the Indiana Fever just happened to witness the whole thing. WRTV's Nadja Woods shows us how she helped celebrate the student for his selfless actions.
I'll be in touch. Thank you so much. A special friendship that Ivy Tech student Tyrese Sisk and Indiana Fever president Allison Barber now have for a lifetime.
She's just proud of me, and I'm proud of her.
The bond began a few weeks ago when the freshman HVAC student was on his way to class, waiting for his bus at the Julia Carson Transit Center in downtown Indianapolis.
I had seen a man that had stumbled and he fell on the curb and he ended up busting his head on the concrete. I didn't see nobody else react, so I didn't wait for nobody else to react.
Barber just happened to be driving by. She, too, stepped in to help the man who'd fallen into oncoming traffic.
I pulled my car on an angle to prevent him from getting hit. Got to know that it was Tyree, and he pulled the man not just out of the street, but all the way to safety.
Tyree's heroic actions inspired Barber to reach out to his college's president.
I sent a text to Sue and said, "I'm so proud of your Ivy Tech student. I get back in touch with him. Could you help me find him so I could invite him to a Pacer game?"
She got me enough tickets to where I could take family and friends with me, so it was also their first NBA game too as well.
Barber going above and beyond for Tyree's first ever NBA game, just like he did for a stranger at the bus stop.
He's a special guest of us tonight. So.
It was just an amazing feeling.
For us to be able to elevate a Good Samaritan who is the best of humankind through the game of sport, it's a beautiful partnership.
And even though Tyree's actions were recognized this time, he's still sharing a message that he likes to live by every day.
Do the right thing even when no one's looking.
Nadja Woods, WRTV.
Good to see. Aside from saving lives, Tyree says that he's focusing on graduating from the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning technology program at Ivy Tech next year. He's also considering returning to get an associate degree in psychology. Well, giving out a safe storage option in an effort to protect children from guns in the home. Today, Safe Gun Storage advocates handed out free gun locks on North Dearborn on Indy's east side. It was where 2-year-old Jarrell Miles died last month after an accidental shooting. The advocates want to raise awareness about safety measures people can take to secure their guns.
We want people to know that, having guns is, it's a privilege, it's a right, but going with that right, you have to be safe about it. You got to be smart about it. So if you are a gun owner, take some responsibility and keep that gun safely stored, not just safely stored, but also lock it down.
Gun locks are also available by request at Indy Public Library branches. You can call your nearest branch to check the stock of locks or have one sent to the branch. Storm cleanup in the Delaware County town of Selma is happening as the local high school basketball team prepares for a huge game. The Wapahani High School Raiders are 24-2 this year, and tomorrow they'll play in a Class 2A boys basketball semi-state for the second year in a row. Our crew in Selma ran into the school's freshman football coach today, who has a son on the team. He says they're ready to play despite what their community went through last night.
Teenagers are pretty good about that. They're very goal-oriented, and our seniors are really good about keeping things in line. And I'm sure they'll be thinking a little bit about it, but when those bright lights come on, they'll be ready to play.
The Raiders will play North Judson St. Pierre at 10 a.m. tomorrow in Lafayette. Wow, really focused on the task and the goal at hand here.
Temperatures over the weekend, they'll be warmer tomorrow and then cooler on Sunday, so some big changes. But yeah, I'm sure those youngsters will do a good job tomorrow. As we start thinking about thunderstorms, the most dangerous type is a supercell thunderstorm. They're the least common, but the most dangerous. That's certainly what we had last night. And as we look ahead toward the summer and more severe weather as far as the season is concerned, April, May, and June, those are the peak months for tornado activity. And if you lived in Indiana for very long, you know that we've been a part of most major tornado outbreaks. The most tornadoes we've seen in a day is 37, and that was in June of 1990. Temperatures, they're in the low to mid 40s across central Indiana right now. In the morning, we'll wake up in the 30s. A mild day tomorrow, briefly mild, and then 2 days, Sunday and Monday, where temperatures will be quite a bit cooler. We'll slowly start to bounce back next week. But overall, we're lowering the temperature, so to speak, keeping things certainly well below 70 degrees as we go through most of next week. Two sides to this weekend, and it's all because of the wind direction. The southwest wind tomorrow puts our temperatures in the 60s. A cold northwest wind, after a cold front goes through tomorrow night, knocks our temperatures back below average on St. Patrick's Day. Both days will have decent amount of sunshine. Winds tomorrow in the afternoon will peak in that 3 to 7 or so time period. We'll see gusts close to 30 miles per hour, and temperatures respond to the warmth or bring in the warmer temperatures. 63 the afternoon high, as you see temperatures tomorrow all running about 10 degrees above average. Saturday, during the nighttime hours, that's the evening when we'll have a cold front come through. This won't have a lot of moisture to work with. We may see a few more clouds. I wouldn't rule out a sprinkle or two, but really that shouldn't be any more than that. Cold northwest wind on Sunday pulls in the colder temperatures. We'll be in the 40s during the day on Sunday for highs. That sets up the two coldest mornings within the forecast. Both Sunday and Monday morning temperatures will be in the 20s. You want to protect sensitive plants and flowers. After those two cold mornings, we'll get back above freezing for overnight lows and push temperatures back into the middle to upper 50s as we get to the end of the week and into next weekend. Mark?
Kevin, thank you. A scam warning out tonight for anyone looking to buy glasses for the eclipse. Looking at the sun as the moon shadow covers it can do permanent damage to your eyes if you don't have the right protection. The American Astronomical Society says that some sellers are making misleading claims about their products. The deals on eclipse glasses are popping up on social media, Amazon, eBay, you name it. Some sellers are making claims and providing bogus documentation of their safety. The best way to protect yourself is to buy glasses through the list of vendors on the AAS website. This assures that you have the glasses that they've been tested and they meet all requirements.
Trying to make a fast buck off of this celestial event. And they are, they're saying things like, our glasses are approved by NASA, but NASA doesn't approve glasses. They're misrepresenting them, or they're making them in China and printing the names of American manufacturers on them.
If you already bought glasses, AAS says try them on and you should not be able to see anything except the sun itself or a bright light. Everything else should be really dim if they're working correctly. It wasn't easy, but most games are tough in March. Purdue advances to at the Big Ten tournament. Brad shows us how the Boilermakers moved on to Saturday.
Purdue is moving on to the Big Ten semifinals, but the Boilermakers have some massive concerns heading into the weekend. First order of business was getting past Michigan State. 67-62 was the final. Purdue took the lead in the second minute and never gave it up. Zach Edey set the tone early. The Spartans had no answer for the big man inside. Purdue was able to complement that with some strong play from Lance Jones and built a lead that went as high as 12.
I got ultimate trust in my teammates to step up and fill whatever role is needed. Lance, he can do that. We're confident in him doing that. Like, I wasn't worried at all when Lance had to step into that role.
But the game took a tense turn with about 12 minutes left. Purdue guard Braden Smith pulled up lame on a drive to the lane and went down to the floor. He grabbed his right knee, clearly in pain. He spent the rest of the game on the bench, and right now, his availability for the rest of the tourney remains unclear.
We'll see. Sometimes those things in the next day, you're perfectly fine, and sometimes they get progressively worse. So we'll just kind of, see what's going on and see how he's feeling tonight and tomorrow morning.
Michigan State came all the way back to tie the game with just under 2 minutes to go, as Purdue's offense never really got a rhythm with Smith out. But Edey got the final 2 of his 29 points and a late triple from Fletcher Lawyer to put the game away.
Well, the most disappointing part as a coach for me is we've been consistently inconsistent. And, you got veteran guards, you got a veteran coach, you should not be inconsistent. So I have to take a lot of that on my shoulders and figure out.
Purdue moving on, but they'll be holding their breath for the next 12 or 13 hours.
Without Braden, it shows us how deep we are and, how we can still play together. I just wanted to be next man up mentality, carry the load if I had to, and, just keep the game under control.
Lucas Oil Stadium awaits the return of the AMA Supercross Championship this weekend. The world's top motorcycle racers tackle the dirt on Saturday. There will be a single Hoosier rider in the field. 20-year-old Hancock County native Trevor Collop is making his Pro Series debut in 2024. Racing in the 250 SX class, one step below the top riders.
In amateurs, you can be running up at the front and then take that same speed and go to the pros, and you won't be running up at the front. So there's definitely a lot more competition in the pro ranks.
What's it been like being around these guys who get a chance to learn?
It's really awesome to learn from them. They've been doing a lot of these guys have been doing it for a long time, so there's a lot of stuff to learn.
Trevor finished 11th in his Supercross debut last month in Detroit, hoping for a top 10 finish as he gets set for his home race here in Indy.
Lots and lots of family and friends. All my family's coming, so it's going to be really cool to perform with them watching.
A crowd upwards of 60,000 is expected for Saturday's action. Bikes will be on track starting with hot laps at noon. The main program goes at 6:30. Time for one more break. The news continues next here on WRTV.
Well, prom season is approaching, and the Johnson County Public Library doesn't want cost to keep any students from attending this milestone event. Project Prom provides dresses, suits, and accessories to any high school student in need, no matter where they live. So starting tomorrow, the library hopes to give away about 600 gently used dresses and another 100 coats and slacks.
We've had people come from all over Indiana. About 2 years ago, we've had people tell us they drove an hour just to get to our event, which was incredible to hear because they come, they say they need a dress, we say you can get one. Or if they say they need a suit, you can get one. And that's it.
Love it. Project Prom runs this weekend and next weekend and again on Wednesday, March 20th at the Franklin Library branch. You can find all the dates and times at WRTV.com. It is prom season.
You never know how important that night can be. A little Gregory trivia. I married my prom date.
Oh, look at that.
From 1983.
Yes.
How about that? Ben Davis High School. 63 tomorrow, 48 on Sunday.
All right. Have a very safe holiday weekend. Thanks for joining us here. Have a good night.